and fuck the helicopter.
Ooh, collat. Ooh! They just keep spawning back there. Oh, the fucking reload. Oh, their whole team's over there. There's 1, 2, 3. Give me that airstrike. Oh, there's a guy next to me now. Oh, there's the heli. What the fuck is going on in this game right now? Hello? Listen, I was gonna do this whole intro about like gaming advertisements, but then I hopped into this game and I just started popping off. I don't know what the hell's going on. All right, how's it going, everybody? We're back on Modern Warfare Remastered again. All memes from the last video aside, I'm not gonna make this a habit, I promise. I mean, there is genuine truth to the fact that I'm really just having a good time playing this game recently. But next time I post Call of Duty, it'll probably be back on Modern Warfare. Also, as far as the Let's Play stuff is concerned, I promise it is coming. I actually do have the next video recorded already. It's just that making one of those takes like 3 times the amount of time it takes me to make one of these. I figured making something would be better than me making nothing, you know what I mean? So anyway, as I just kind of alluded to, I was originally planning on doing an intro on this weird gaming advertisement I've been seeing on YouTube, but then I just started popping off in that bog game, so now here we are. But yeah, man, those Omen advertisements are nuts. I don't know who the hell wrote that shit. I don't understand some of these like gaming advertisements in general. Like, why do they have to be so creepy, you know what I mean? Here's the thing, right? I kind of get when gamers are personified as these like creepy weirdos living in basements and shit, when they're trying to advertise something to non-gamers that has gamers in it. Like, I get it. You know, most people who don't game don't really understand gaming. But like, they're literally trying to sell gaming laptops in a way that feels like they're trying to market to people who don't play video games. Like, these commercials are some of the creepiest shit I've ever seen. They're putting like non-gamers into these like rehab facilities for, I guess, non-gamers. They're like showing people to like put both hands on the keyboard. And like, there's this one that's got this really creepy introduction, like straight out of fucking BioShock or some shit, where it's like, the world needs gamers' superior DNA. No gamer thinks they have superior DNA. I mean, I don't know, maybe the like odd racist ones do, but the rest of us, we understand we're just normal people who like playing video games every now and again, you know? I don't know, man. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Can't you hire somebody that has like played a video game in their life to write these commercials for you? Like, do no gaming writers exist? Is that just like not a thing? Which then leads me to kind of my next point. Why is it that nowadays, like, it feels like all of these companies really want to represent gamers in some way, but it still feels like they're stuck in the 90s? I don't get it. I don't understand why people can't accept that like the vast majority of gamers really are just like normal people who enjoy playing a good video game every now and again. I mean, I'm not normal. I'm a fucking weeb, but I'm the exception, not the rule. I don't know, it's just kind of like every time it feels like companies are trying to put gamers in their stuff because gaming is cool now, it feels like even though they're trying to show video games, they're still stuck in that like 90s mentality of how every single video game player is this weirdo. By the way, ignore my hard scope there. I don't know, I guess it's because they're trying to write gamers for people who don't play video games, but I don't really understand it. But bringing it back to the original point that I was attempting to make, I don't understand why anybody would write this advertisement that is supposed to be advertising video games to gamers as this creepy kind of like Orwellian like re-education facility to try and show people who don't play video games that video games are cool. Like, you don't need to be re-educated for that. You just need to pick up a video game. I am positive that there is a video game out there for every human being on the planet. You could have never touched a game in your life, ever, and I guarantee there is a game out there somewhere that you will enjoy. I don't know, I guess they were trying to be quirky and kind of say like, oh, gamers are the future or whatever, but it just came off as weird. It also doesn't help that there's like a really, really awkward pause when they show the logo of the company. Like, so the way this commercial goes, right, is like they'll show like a little piece of this like rehab facility and they'll say something about like trying to make non-gamers fit into society or some garbage like that, right? And then they show the logo, like the logo of this like PC, and there's like a little like weird, I guess, like tone in the background, and it sticks on the logo screen just like 3 seconds longer than it needs to. I don't know, it gets to the point where it feels awkward. I remember the first time I saw it, I thought my computer froze. Like, I thought my computer froze on the screen. I thought that like something fucked up on my end, but no, this commercial is just poorly edited. What the fuck? Why is their whole team over there? I mean, I guess I shouldn't say poorly edited. It might have just been written that way, in which case, poorly fucking written commercial too. I hate Backlot, by the way. I've never liked Backlot. I don't like it in Modern Warfare, and I don't like it in this game either. I should have backed out of this lobby the instant I saw it pop up. Backlot aside, though, I do miss CoD 4. Like, I know a lot of people swear by Modern Warfare 2 and say like, oh, that was the greatest, and you might be right. And really, the reason I miss CoD 4 is the reason a lot of people miss Modern Warfare 2. Because like the game and the gameplay aside, it was just a better time. This game was so fresh and so new. There was nothing like this before. Like, if you compare this game to Call of Duty 3, like you can barely make the comparison outside of the fact that they have the same title. This game changed so much about just how first-person shooters work. Like, just the kill streaks and the guns and the way everything worked, and just how good everything felt. CoD 4 might have been the smoothest FPS I ever played. But yeah, it was just so different back then, man, and everything was really fresh, really new. You know, this was my first CoD, so I was fucking horrible at it. And that was fun. Like, there was an enjoyment in me being bad at CoD. As weird as that might sound to some people, like, it was a lot of fun trying to, like, learn and get better and all that stuff. And then, like, I saw my first sniper montage, and I started trying to snipe because I thought that that was a good idea for somebody who was really only mediocre at the game at the time. You know, that made a whole lot of sense. But like it did to me at the time, you know what I mean? Like today, like if I picked up Modern Warfare, right, like for the first time, and I was just terrible at the game, like just reg gunning, like I picked up an MP5 and I couldn't do anything with it, I was getting wrecked every game, I wouldn't even dream of trying to snipe. I'd be like, nah, fuck that, I care about my KD, you know? But on CoD 4, it wasn't even a fucking question for me. Like, I even remember the specific video, and I remember when it happened. I saw this montage by Grizz called Lock and Load, which by today's standards probably isn't even that impressive, but I saw that as a relatively mediocre Call of Duty player, and I thought to myself, yup, this is it. This is what I gotta do. I gotta learn how to use a sniper rifle. And those early videos really did teach me a lot about how to play the game. Like, you can even see it in my playstyle now. Like, I pick up weapons off the ground all the time. Like, I'll drop my secondary for, you know, somebody else's, like, M16 or whatever. The reason that I do that is because I saw Grizz do it so much that I was like, oh, yeah, this is a really good idea. I remember, as a sniper, I remember that used to actually be looked down upon by a lot of community members. Like, a lot of people were like, oh, why are you picking up a fully auto as your secondary? But then I saw Grizz do it in a commentary a whole bunch, and I was like, well, the fucking best in the game can do it, I guess I can do it too, you know? But yeah, man, I don't know. CoD 4 was just a different time, especially from like a content perspective, because you gotta understand, recording was really hard back then. You had to use this goofy fucking Dazzle capture card, which was really hard to find for no reason whatsoever. So it's not like today where you can just buy an Elgato from your local GameStop or whatever, and, you know, just start making YouTube videos. It wasn't like that back then. You had to like really put in some time to try and figure out how to even make this thing fucking work. And truthfully, I do kind of miss the days of low production value. Like, my videos are pretty well produced, I'd like to think, but on a certain level, I do kind of miss the days of like, you know, just somebody recording a gameplay where they do pretty well and then just like talking over it, and whatever they're talking about has nothing to do with the particular gameplay that they're actually commentating over. I really do miss that shit. And I know, like, the reason that it's not around anymore is because, you know, obviously that stuff doesn't do as well with the algorithm or with views or whatever. But I don't know, it was like a fun and interesting time where nobody really knew what they were doing and nobody really knew what they were, like, consuming. But yeah, I don't know, man. I kind of miss when there were no standards on YouTube, you know what I mean? And I don't just mean that as somebody who wishes his videos could get a couple more views. I mean, like, just in general, it feels like almost every kind of YouTube video that exists now. Why did it spawn me right next to that guy? I know it says that guy, that's the guy who killed me. The one, I just pointed at the screen. I don't have a webcam. Am I stupid? Anyway, it spawned me next to the guy that killed me. That was my fucking point. But yeah, I don't know, man. I miss the days of like, dude would just turn on his mic in front of a gameplay that he recorded the night before and just start talking about whatever the fuck. Get out of Final Stand, you fucking freak. Anyway, I've been rambling on for a good bit. I'm sure this video is going to wind up being a lot longer than I meant for it to be. In essence, I'm really just playing this game because I miss the old days. I understand I'm entirely too young to be feeling that way, but still. I miss when this game was fresh. I miss when everything about it didn't just piss me off. Not this. I'm talking about Modern Warfare now. I miss being able to pick up a sniper rifle and not feel like I was putting myself at an inherent disadvantage against literally everyone ever. I miss this game feeling like it was an arcade game, you know? And it's not just a skill-based matchmaking complaint. It's really just kind of the direction the game's gone. But with people trying to take it more seriously and all, I guess, I feel like we've lost a lot of that kind of just, I'm just gonna pick it up and play it, that made the game fun in the first place. Like, CoD 4 to me almost felt like an arcade game that didn't take quarters. It's like, yeah, you know, you're gonna suck at a game the first time you pick it up. Now, getting back to skill-based matchmaking, of course, you're gonna suck at any game the first time you pick it up. But the nice thing about Call of Duty or any console game is that you can play it as much as you want. Like, you can go negative 3-4 games in a row and the game's not gonna like kick you off of it and never let you play again. I don't remember if I mentioned this in my last video, but in my first ever game of Call of Duty, I went 1-22, as in I got 1 kill and I died 22 times. And I went from that to being actually somewhat decent at a relatively high skill cap playstyle. Also, as a side note, unlike 2K, there's no real way for you to like check your teammates' stats or anything in game, so it's not even like people will back out if they see you suck. That's actually a huge problem that 2K has right now. People will like check your record or your ranking like in a pregame lobby or like while you're suiting up for a game or whatever. And if your stats aren't to their liking, they'll actually just back out. So if you're like slightly lower skilled and you don't have a lot of friends to party up with, you're never gonna find a game. It's actually really terrible. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of part of what the fun for Call of Duty was for me for all those years, was just kind of being able to pick it up and play it. And I think that's kind of why I'm sort of down on Modern Warfare, is I feel like I have to play it all the time. Oddly enough, it's a feeling I got a lot back when I was playing Dota 2 a lot. I haven't talked about this at all, but I used to be like really into Dota 2, and part of the reason that I quit was I started getting into this mode where I felt like I had to play every day, or else like the next time I got on, I wasn't going to be able to play good. And that was kind of a tangible thing too. It was like, you know, if I didn't play for a couple days and I hopped back on, I would actually play like markedly worse. But I never really wanted that from Call of Duty. Call of Duty still to me is that game that I can just kind of pick it up, hop in, I know I'm good at it, and can, you know, do some work against the average player base. I didn't really mean for this to be a rant about Modern Warfare. That wasn't really what this video was supposed to be. But yeah, that's about it. If you enjoyed this video, by all means drop a like. My next Call of Duty video will be on Modern Warfare, probably. And I promise the next Let's Play episode will be coming soon. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you in the next one.